Okay, good morning once again, guys. Thank you for being here. Today we have a really important lesson. This lesson is probably good for your daughter too. It's really important for kids. No, but it's important for everyone. The art of listening is something we don't do enough of. I believe that a lot of us think that talking more is what gives results, but sometimes what you need to do is slow down and listen to what the other person has to say, what your client has to say. Even when we're role-playing, a lot of us just kind of like roll right through it and we don't listen to what the other person is saying, which we should, because in real life, that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to listen. So today we're going to do a very similar exercise to what we did last week. We're going to do some role play. It was a lot of fun, and I think it keeps you on your toes. Alejandro had his role play session last Friday. We had a few people come out, and I think they really enjoyed it. I think they did a lot of good scenarios from it. I think I even learned a few things from you guys, which is good. You guys need to be sharpening each other all the time. So today we're going to do that, but before that, I'm going to go through our agenda. So before we do the role play, I want to talk to you guys about the art of listening first, because that way we can be more prepared for the role play. Makes sense, right? Good. So we're going to do the role play, then we're jumping into a round table discussion. So have you guys, I don't know if you guys understand what a mastermind truly is in its essence and its core. A mastermind is when people come together and everyone gives good information. Yes, exactly. You help each other out on things you're weak at. So if you're strong in this and they're weak at that, you help them on that, and vice versa. We all grow and learn from each other. So we're going to have a roundtable discussion today where people are going to participate. They're going to give their opinion. They're going to give their insights, their experience, and then we can all learn something. Okay, you can't just be me speaking to you, because that's considered just the training, which is kind of what we do here anyway, is train. But we want you guys to also be part of the teachers here. Okay, makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the quote of the week. This quote I heard in a book that I was reading last week, which really resonated with me. I really thought it was something that we, as human beings, we don't do enough of. We don't do enough listening. We're always quick to have our opinion, but we never really slow down and really think about what it is that we're taking in. So when you talk, you are only repeating what you already know. But when you listen, you may learn something new. So that really hit me like a ton of bricks, because we're always so quick to sound like the expert, or we're always so quick to give our 2 cents to sound like we're significant. But in reality, if we're quiet and we listen to what people are saying, we're more likely to learn something, whether it's about them, about the topic, even about ourselves, than we are if we just start communicating and saying what we already know. It makes a lot of sense, because if you're just regurgitating everything you've learned up to now, you're just relearning the same stuff over and over. But if you just sit back and let other people tell you what they know on the topic or what they feel about something, you are going to learn something, whether you decide whether it's beneficial or not to you, but it's going to be something new all the time. So I really enjoyed this quote by the Dalai Lama. It's probably been repeated by a lot of different people, but they give this credit to the Dalai Lama. When you talk, you're only repeating what you already know, but if you listen, you may learn something new. So I love that one. So the art of listening, guys, we're going to talk about these topics really quick, and then we'll get into our exercise today. So the art of listening requires a lot of discipline. It's not as easy as you guys may think. You know, you're saying, okay, I'm going to become a better listener, but how do you become a better listener? You just keep your mouth shut and that's it, and you don't say anything for the rest of your life? No, there's got to be a balance to it, but there's also a lot of, there's a lot of mental fortitude that comes along with it. So the first thing is self-control. If you're in a conversation with someone and you're like, oh, they're so wrong, I know I'm right about this, and let me just get my information out. Just sit back and wait. You know, just listen a little bit more. You don't know what the person is going to say next. You don't know what someone else is going to say. And I'm not saying don't ever participate in something or don't ever give your 2 cents. But you should always, instead of debating with the person, listen to what they're saying and find out why it is that they feel that way. They're giving you all the clues. They're giving you all the ammunition you'll ever need. But we're so busy, our mind is going 100 miles an hour thinking about, oh, I got the perfect comeback for that. I know exactly what to say. But then you don't listen what the person is actually saying. And if you really take apart where they're coming from, or where the issue is, or where their stance on the issue is coming from, then you'll never really understand how to diffuse that person or how to get what you need from that person. So exercising self-control is going to be one of the first things you're going to need to learn how to do. Self-control is one of the things that we all can improve on, including myself. We're always quick to maybe have an argument about something, and if we just wait and diffuse the way we feel and just listen to the person, hear them out. I know I struggle with that a lot, is that I hardly ever let someone finish their sentence. I kind of jump in and I'm like, oh, I know what you were going to say. Or this is because I don't know why I always feel like time is closing in on me and I just got to get the conversation flowing quicker. But sometimes it's better to be silent. It's better to be quiet and just listen to the other person's whole take on the subject or what they have to say. Now, quieting your brain and being present. This is part of the self-control portion. But if you're controlling yourself, what are you doing at that moment? Are you controlling yourself and all these negative thoughts are going through your head, or your comeback is going through your head? How about you just quiet your brain and you just really, really listen to the other person? I'm going to give you guys an example of how I do this, and I wish I can do this in all aspects of my life. When I'm interviewing someone for our programs, I am completely present. A lot of times I don't know that person that well. I've never met them before in my life, and I don't even know that much background about them. So in order for myself to be a better interviewer, I'm 100% present, and I'm listening to every single word they're saying. Why can't I do that in real life? In real life, sometimes we're like so quick to have a conversation with somebody and don't really take the time to absorb what they're saying because we already know the answer to what they're going to say. But when I'm interviewing someone, I give them the entire time to talk. I ask them questions that are based upon the answers they've already given. I use their words and restructure them into more questions. But I feel like I don't really do that in real life. But if I treated all my scenarios that way, where I could just quiet my brain, because I'm 100% present when I'm in an interview, because I don't want to look like I'm not paying attention, right? That's probably the most embarrassing thing when you're on camera and you got found saying, what did you just say? I mean, can you repeat that? Like, you don't want to be caught doing that. So I'm always present and I'm always making sure I'm paying attention. And that's what we should do in everyday conversations. Think about it. When's the last time you had a conversation with someone and you were kind of like, oh my God, what did they just say? I know it's probably happened to you guys just last week, maybe this weekend, but it happens often because you're so enthralled in with all the things in your mind. Sometimes you just need to slow yourself down and just think and listen to what they're saying. Okay, distractions are big. We all have distractions and they come in different forms. I know that for us as real estate agents, we got to be dependent on our email, our text messages, our phone, all the phone calls that we get. But when you're having a conversation with someone, I mean like a good conversation, not a conversation where someone comes in and starts telling you about their weekend and how their favorite team got taken out or how their, the baby shower went. Like those are not constructive conversations that you should be having during your productive time. Exactly. If you want to have those conversations on your off time where you're not trying to meet your goals, then that's fine. But during the hours in which you guys are trying to be on grind time, you should only be having conversations that you could build off of, important conversations. And while having those conversations, and I know Joey's going to start laughing when I say this, but don't be on your phone with a phone in one hand and then talking to them at the same time, doing something, and then, oh yeah, and because before you know it, you're like, I just spent 5 minutes with this person, and I have about 20% of what they said in my brain. I have no idea what they're talking about. So distractions are big. When you're trying to be a good listener, get all the distractions out. If you're spending time with your family or your kids, get the distractions out. What I do now is when I get home, I put my phone in my dresser. I close my dresser door, and then I just spend time with my girls. Because I've noticed that a lot of times I'd be with my girls and then with the other hand checking my email. And it wasn't a really good way of being present with them. So you were talking about being listeners, being present. Time flies, guys, and we don't know it. But then before we could blink our eye, we're going to see that the conversation's over, our kids are grown up. People are, the relationships we have are not significant because we don't pay attention to other people. So being a good listener in all aspects of life is going to help you, regardless of what you're trying to do. The other thing you have to do while you're doing this, because we're doing this all for a reason. We're doing this all so we can be more present, yes, but we want to understand the other person, right? When we're in a listing presentation, or when we're on the phone with someone trying to make a sale, or we're trying to get an appointment, we have to look for some things. And if we're not totally in the conversation, we're going to miss it. They're going to tell you their motivation. They're going to tell you their pain points. They're going to tell you everything that they want, but you're not listening and you're distracted, or you have 10 things going on at once. You're going to miss all these things. And what are you going to do? You're going to revert right back to the script that you know, or the closing that you know. Instead of being more tailor-fitted where you can still use that information, but make it tailor-fitted to them. So that way they can feel like you were really listening, that you really understand their needs, you understand their motivation. So these are the things that you guys are going to practice today when you're doing your role play. You have to listen to the other person's motivation, use their motivation, use their pain, and then bundle that into what you already know as a real estate agent, as a salesperson, and get what you need. If you need the appointment, get that through their motivation and pain. If you need them to sign a listing agreement, get that done through their motivation and pain. You guys really have to understand how being a good listener is even more important than being a good closer. Because anyone can close, they can memorize a script. But if you don't understand what the people are telling you, if you're not absorbing that, then you can't really use that to be part of your closing. So this is really important, guys. I'm not just telling you this for the sake of telling you. So what we're going to do next is okay. What we're going to do next is we're going to practice this in real life. We're going to do some scenarios. I hope you guys changed it up from last week a little bit. And I'm going to give everybody, I think 3 minutes is enough. I'm going to give everybody a 3 minute, 2, 3? Okay. 2 minutes we did. We did 2 minutes last week.
3 and then we did 2, I think.
No, I think we always did 2, but in the beginning I wasn't timing, so people were going a little bit over. Yeah. Do you guys think 2 minutes was enough, or do you guys want 3 minutes? A person? 2 minutes. 2 minutes is good? Okay, so everyone's going to get 2 minutes to practice their role. So try to wind it down within 2 minutes. If you feel like your topic requires a little bit more time, just let me know. I'll give you guys the 3 minutes, but we're going to go 2 minutes, okay? So we're going to pick the first name. We'll come up here. You guys are going to, then we'll pick the second name. Then we'll do exactly like we did last time. See where we're really going to grow? And I want you guys to understand, this is not just for you guys to come up here and get uncomfortable and all that stuff. Where we're really going to grow is when we're done and you give the person the feedback of what they did right, what they did wrong, where they can improve, and where they are killing it. So that's important, guys. So don't take whatever information you get up here. Don't take it personally. Don't take it to the heart. Don't take it like someone's trying to offend you or anything like that. We just want you to be better, okay? And by being nice to each other, we're not going to help each other grow. So with that being said, Jolie, did you hand out everyone's things? Can you pick the first? Oh, you need Alejandro's? Okay. Okay, good. I'll even participate too, guys, because there's not that many people here today. So can you pick the first? Bless you.
Bless you. Bless you.
It's Joelle's first. Nice. Good for you.
Get it over with.
So, Jonathan, this other mic is not working? Can I still use it, or?
It's still functional. It just cuts out from time to time.
Okay, let me just give it to them then. Hopefully it'll work. Okay. Did you pick the second person? Where's the thing? I got it. Okay, next person that she's going to be going with. And guys, this week, if you have a topic, you can't be the seller. You got to be the agent, okay? So don't pass it off to the other person. Okay. Huh? There, Alejandro, you're up. Bud. Okay, so Joelle's got a topic. She's the agent. You're whatever she wants you to be. What's your topic, Joelle?
Being confident in a listing appointment.
Being confident in a listing appointment? Okay. All right, let me put the timer on.
Okay.
You have my phone?
Oh.
Thank you.
I prefer.
No problem. Furry phone.
I'm the
Okay.
agent?
You're the agent, yeah. Everybody who is going up
Okay.
has to play the role of an agent. All right, so go.
Knock knock.
Hey.
Hi. I was about to say Tom. Alejandro?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Jolie. We spoke over the phone for an appointment today.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. You still interested in listing the property? I think I kind of like fucked up there. So.
Yeah, no, you can come in and see the property. I just want to let you know, I don't want low bowlers.
No, no
Just
lowballers.
on front, I just want a fair price on my home. So yeah, you can actually come in. Yeah.
All right, nice house. You did a lot of work, but I have a question. How much are you looking to make on this house? Like, how much do you think it's worth?
I think my house worth about 500,000.
100,000. Okay. Did you do any comparables? Any about?
Yeah, no, Silo says it worth like 600, so
Something?
you know, it's 500. I think it's a fair price.
Okay. Well, I did some research, and your house, as in average condition, but I can see you've done some work, was over 450. So if you'd like, we can sell it. We can list it for about 500, and then see how it goes.
That don't sound like something I wanna to see how it goes. Like I don't feel like that.
Damn it! See, that's where I lack the confidence.
Keep going.
I need to keep going. I lost track. Like I don't know what to
You
say.
just have to.
Listen to what he's saying, and then yeah,
Oh,
ask
So
him why he
you
feels
just
that way.
say appreciate that. Like you're just okay with what I'm saying, but
okay.
you're really not. But you're just saying yeah.
Okay. All right. What would you say?
I would say yeah, I appreciate that. We'll feel the same way as you, but the market will talk by itself. So like I said, we can put it on 500, but just in case it doesn't sell, we'll start dropping the price until we find the right price. Is that okay with you?
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I got this. All right. I'm not saying Okay. I understand your concern, but if you'd like, we can just list it at 500. If it doesn't sell for that, that's fine. We can just lower it as it goes. But I promise you, this house will get sold, and you will walk away happy.
Time.
Yay.
Okay. Takeaways, guys.
That was
Please.
bad. Just be
careful
honest.
with the word promise.
Promise.
Don't be talking about, I promise to do this, or like you just said about.
Selling the house.
Yeah, I promise. If you promise it'll sell, it must mean you'll buy it if it doesn't sell, right?
I may. Okay. Oh, come on, peoples. I like critiques.
Come on, people, talk.
Yeah, I think what your answer to any question you don't know the answer to is asking them why they feel that way. Because Alejandro is telling you, I don't think that's a good idea, and you were trying to find a rebuttal to him instead of asking him, why is it that you feel that way, Alejandro? And he'll
Well,
tell
that's
you
not
everything
gonna
you
be a
need.
therapist.
He'll tell you everything that you need to know, as long as you ask.
Okay.
If you ask the right question.
Yeah.
Why do you feel that way?
Tell her why you feel that way, Alejandro.
Because just put my home for sale and see what happens. It's like no, it don't sound too convincing. It's not something I really want to do. Neither my family. So I want to sell my house as much as I can. Like I want to get as much as I can. Since we need this money, yeah, that's why we're trying to sell.
He said he needs the money. He said he needs the money.
Buyer doesn't
Okay.
care.
Ask him,
So just
why
repeat the
is,
same question.
Alejandro, why is it that you need the money so much?
Okay.
Is there something that you
That's
need
not a
to
question.
buy after this? Is it what's
Okay.
going on?
So why is it that you need the money for? Is it to buy another house? Are you looking to rent an apartment or something?
We are relocating to the Bahamas, so I'm trying to
Nice.
buy. We're trying to buy a little island.
Okay, nice.
See, even though as silly as it may sound, what he's saying to you, but as you're asking the right questions, he's giving you what you need to know.
And you just
Now-
agree on everything.
Now you know
Just
that
agree.
now that you know his price is concerned because he wants to relocate. Now you know he wants to go to the Bahamas. So when you start making your close, you can say things about the Bahamas. You can say things about selling it for the right price. But you
How soon are
can't
you
can't close him if you know nothing.
Because he said he didn't like the fact that I said it could possibly. I think I said I could possibly sell for 500,000.
You say we
Or
see
more
what
so.
happens.
Promise.
Yeah, we'll see what
We'll
happens.
see what happens.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people don't want uncertainty. They want an agent who's certain.
That's why I said confident.
And you can be and you can be certain about something that's out of your control. You can say, like Tom said, don't be careful what you promise. You can say something like, I promise you the market will speak.
Okay.
You can't say, I promise you that this house will get sold by me, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But the market will speak.
Okay. So then I promise the house will speak for itself.
The market will speak.
That. Sorry.
I
Dang,
do.
I suck. Okay.
All right, good,
You're
good.
I
Now wait,
use the
switch.
word buyer.
Switch?
I'd use the word buyer.
Here.
No, I mean switch mics too.
Damn, my fur is coming off.
You're shedding.
Huh?
You're shedding.
Oh, I thought you said it's a machete.
It's a machete. No, you're shedding. Okay, Alejandro, 2 minutes on the clock,
Is
starting.
that the same topic?
No, it's your topic now.
My topic? Okay,
Yeah.
so my topic is
Your,
buyer.
your topic's buyer. So
you're
you're
a buyer and I'm trying to...
Oh, come on, I like buyers.
okay. So you're the agent trying to convince her to buy, right?
So I don't know, call, because that's what I'm gonna try. I wanna call buyers.
Okay.
So ring ring.
Hello.
Hi, is this Joely?
Yes,
Hi Joely, how are you? It's Alejandro. I'm in Coulter State.
I'm good. Could be better, but that's fine.
Yes, I just wanna make a quick call to let you know the interest rates are very low right now, and you should take advantage of the situation since the house is way better price, but the interest rate is the whole history of the United States right now is the lowest. Were you still interested in buying a house?
I'm looking around. I am not pre-approved, so I have no idea how much I would even be able to afford.
Oh,
So-
I understand. I can appreciate that. Would you like for me to help you with someone who can actually pre-approve you and see how much you can actually
Hold
get
on.
the house for?
I'm not trying to spend money here. Do I have to pay them up front?
Oh, no, that's totally free. It's a free 99. So you don't have to, and you will know how much you can actually afford.
Okay.
Is that something you will interested?
Yes, I wouldn't mind looking around to see what I wanna buy. I
Sure,
like
so-
what's in the
so-
market.
So the first thing is to talk to the lender. I will give you your information, so he will call you. His name is da-da-da-da-da. And so you don't get like a random call, you know who he is. And then when he pre-qualify you, then we can start looking for the house for you, and they can take advantage of this low interest rate.
How long does this take? Because I don't have much
A
time.
couple of minutes, maybe about 10 minutes.
To look at houses takes a couple minutes?
No, not to look at house, to get pre-approved first.
Okay. Does it require a lot of paperwork? Because again, I don't have time.
They're gonna ask a few, paper here and there, but not that much.
Okay. Alright. I wouldn't mind looking, yeah.
All right, sounds good. So he will give you a call this afternoon, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you, bye.
Good. All right. You made it on time. Anything on Alejandro's approach? Did you guys pick up on anything?
Service.
Service and benefit. She said she
Yeah.
wasn't pre-approved. The best service I can offer you
Yeah.
is.
Let's try something today, guys. The theme for today is not about giving them the best sales pitch, but it's more about listening to them. Okay. Joelle started by saying that I'm not doing so good, but I've been better.
Oh, why you feel?
You could have humanized it yourself and saying, "What's wrong, Joelle?" And then she could have told you what's going on.
That's true.
And instead of just going into your sales pitch, which is obviously your job, but building rapport first will give you a better result later.
That's true.
Yeah, that was my only concern. You know the scripts, you know what to say. I mean, you're good with that. I just think that listening and humanizing yourself to the person on the other line is really important. I feel like you do that very well when you're speaking to people in Spanish, because you feel, I think you feel like a lot more comfortable. You say things a lot you normally wouldn't say, but when you're speaking to somebody in English, I think you just need to listen a little bit more and understand what their pain is, what their motivation is, and then use that too. Because I feel like you just want to get your sales pitch out.
Okay.
What about anyone else? What do you think, Joey? How do you do?
I can't say no to him. He's so smooth.
He is good. He's really good. That's why I'm giving him advice. That's not about his dialogue. It's more about like he needs to listen to a little bit more. Good. But good. Here, Joey, pick the next person. Alejandro, you stay up there and give the mic to the next person, okay? Anthony.
You got this, bro?
I'm on this side. I think mine was
What was his?
For sale by owner.
yeah, for
His
cell phone owner. Oh, it's a doorknob.
Doorknob? Okay.
Knock,
Okay.
knock.
Yeah, door knocking.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Who's this?
Where are you?
Sometimes you get that.
Good morning. My name is Anthony from.
Oh, another agent, man. You want to buy my house?
No, not me. Not me personally. I work with a lot of buyers.
Oh
so-
my God, that's the same speech I get from everybody, man. I just put this thing on the market for a week, and everybody knocking the door saying they have a buyer, this and that, but no buyer. Do you have a buyer right now?
Wait, you just put it on the
Yeah, I
market?
put it like about a week ago. All I get is this agent knocking my door.
You took it off the market?
No, it's still in the market. I'm trying to sell it myself. Trying to save, trying to save the 5 or 6 or whatever percent the agent charges. It's a lot.
Oh, so you don't want to pay a commission?
No, I don't.
Why is that?
It's too much. I'm trying to make as much as I can.
So if I could show you how you could get the most money for your property and still give me the commission, would you be interested in listening with me?
Well, I just put about a week ago, but all I get is agent. I don't get everybody say they got buyers, this and that, but no really, nobody has to bring a real buyer or offer.
Okay. If I could see your house, I would know if I have a buyer for you. Can I come in?
Yeah, you can come in. Yeah, no problem. Come in.
That's it, right?
Good. You did good.
Hey.
Huh? You stay there, so stay there. Okay, so at least
I
you
got
know
the training.
you didn't close them, but you at least got into the house and you're gonna build a little bit of a rapport.
Give it a little more time.
Oh, so
Yeah,
should
yeah.
I
Just
go inside now?
yeah. I mean, you guys got 40 seconds, so I'll resume it.
Okay.
So now you're in the house.
Okay. Okay, so
Try to make pretend he showed you the house already, and now you guys are getting down to brass tacks. So you think you have a buyer for my home, Alejandro's going to tell you, and then after you've seen it, you're going to say, well, listen, I think I can help you get the home sold, whatever the case you may want to say from there. Okay, go. Let's go.
So we walked around the house. Okay, do I have a buyer? So I seen your house. I work with a lot of buyers, so all I have to do is talk to a few buyers to see if we could get your.
Oh yeah,
property
bring a
sold.
buyer whenever you have a chance, man.
Okay, no problem. So, how comfortable are you with your time?
My
As
time?
far as me showing people the house, I mean, I can't just get you a buyer. I gotta bring people in here and got some marketing plans that we gotta put together for you as far as open
Yeah,
houses.
just give me a
and-
call. We put a time together. That's not a problem. Yeah.
Okay. So is tomorrow good for us to set up a plan?
Set up a plan. Are you bringing a buyer?
I mean, again, I gotta show these people your home. So is tomorrow good for us to set up a plan for how we're gonna market your home?
Okay, let's stop there. Okay, you don't have to rush off. What do you have, Tom?
When he said, all I get is agents, you can counter that with, 90% of the people that buy a house work through an agent. That's the reason you're getting nothing but agents. Okay? If you got a buyer, if you got somebody other than the agent come up here, you know what they're doing? They're looking to save the same commission you're trying to save. Both of you can't save the same money. And then in the book, there's 10 counters to what he just said, right?
Mhm.
There's 10 of them
Mm-hmm.
in there, in the book. So, but his idea of getting in the house, I thought was really good.
Yeah,
He's read the book.
good. Anyone else have anything to add to him? All right, I'm going to add something. So when Alejandro says to you, so you got buyers, right? And then you, in order to kind of soften that up and cushion that, you're like, yeah, I have buyers. I'm going to tell them about your property. When can I show the home? You're kind of dancing around what you really want.
Mm-hmm.
In order to work with a for sale by owner, you have to be completely transparent about what your intentions are. Because every agent is telling them I have buyers. Every agent is telling them I have buyers.
Right.
When he says all these agents are telling me they have buyers, I'm going to say, you can even chuckle it off and say, yeah, that's the line everyone's taught. But I'm not here to tell you that. What I'm here to tell you is that I specialize in selling homes. I'm a marketing specialist. I'm not going to tell you I have a buyer because we don't know who the buyer is going to be. The buyer could be mine. It could be someone from out of state. We don't know that. All I know is I specialize in getting most eyeballs on your house. Now, can you agree that getting the house in front of more people will probably get you more money? Your answer would be?
Yes.
Of course. So I can show you how we can do that. Do you have a moment so we can speak? You say, okay. All right. Go inside. All right. After I've shown you everything, does it make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. How soon can we get this house on the market?
Are you bringing a buyer?
I'm not bringing you a buyer. I'm going to bring you the most amount of interest, but I'm not going to bring you a buyer because that's what people are trained to say. I'm not here to give you lies or give you scripts. I'm here to tell you I sell homes, and this is how I do it. So I just showed you my plan. Let's get it sold. So you see, I'm not dancing around like, yeah, I have a buyer. Yeah, I'll bring you a buyer. I'm not doing the dance. You know, I'm going right at you. I'm going right at you. I'm looking you in the eyeball. And you tell me yes, you tell me no, you tell me get out of your house, but at least I'm not dancing. Because what's going to happen later on is you're going to get a phone call from that guy and says, I thought you had buyers. You guys are all full of shit. I don't want to work with a real estate agent. So your job is to be different. That's all you got to do. Tom? Get him. Get him, cowboy.
He's right. He's right about what he said, but my first counter would be, you got a buyer for my house. I don't know. I haven't seen your house yet.
Yeah, get in that
I
house.
see your house. You got to get in the house.
However you get in there.
However you can get in there. And say something like, I work with, or I do the we.
Mhm.
We work with a lot of buyers. Right? We meaning real estate.
Sure.
Work with a lot of buyers.
Mhm.
But I have to see your house first. You got to get in the house.
It's like asking.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, Tom, to cut you off.
Sorry.
You can make a joke out of it. Be like, look, asking a realtor if they have a buyer is like asking a mechanic, do you have a wrench? Of course we do. You know, that's a nonsensical question, but let's get past that. And the real reason I'm here is to get your house sold, and I can show you how I've done that for my clients in the past.
First thing I have to do is see your house.
Yeah. All right, good. So for fizzballs are finicky people.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you got to really separate yourself from everyone else and feel if they're ready yet. If they're not ready yet, just separate yourself and then follow up. Yeah, because they're the ones that are just, they need to figure out that the chip.
In the book, I talk about that.
Yeah.
Just plan on about 5 contacts every FISBO you talk to.
Yeah, follow up.
You got to talk to them probably 5 times to get them serious.
Yeah.
They go through 3 stages of FISBOism. The
Yeah, I
first
love
one
that.
is I'm not working with realtors. The second one is you got a buyer for my house, and the third one is I need some help.
Yep. Good, good. Who do you have next, Charlie? Hmm? Oh, I have it? I thought I gave it to you. Oh. Sorry.
Wait, no,
You can sit down, Alejandro. Patty.
Show them something.
Patty, she's an ace.
It is, right? Took a little time to think about it.
What do you have, Patty? Patty's the agent.
Talking to buyers at open houses.
Oh, yeah. Have you done an open house?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know the typical things they say to you as an agent at the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I kind of did this one last week.
Did you?
Good time.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, kind of.
All right.
Okay.
Let me know you're ready, Pat.
Okay. All right. Welcome to my open house. Come on in. How are you doing today?
Not too good.
I'm Patricia. It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So you're in the market for a home, huh? Have you guys been looking for a long time, or are you just starting out?
For a long time, like 6 weeks.
Oh, you have been looking for 6 weeks. Let me ask you a question. Have you been pre-approved yet?
Yes.
Oh, you have. That's awesome. Okay, and let me ask you, how come you haven't found anything that you've been looking for yet? What is it that you're really looking for?
Just haven't seen anything that we like. Everything we see is just, overpriced.
It's overpriced. Okay, so give me a little bit of information. What exactly is it that you're looking for?
What exactly do you mean?
Like
much
how many
spending
bedrooms, or
Okay.
what type of neighborhood you're looking
We
for?
want like 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a basement, a backyard, parking space.
Okay, and let me ask you, what are some of the absolute things that you cannot
Go without
thank you, go without?
everything I just said.
Everything you just said. Okay, and what's the price range that you've been looking at?
About 330.
Okay, all right. So how about we take a tour around the house, and you tell me what you think of it. We'll go we'll go around to all the different rooms, and you can explain to me what you like and what you don't like in the house, and we can go from there.
Okay.
All right, so we walk around.
Good. Okay. Did you ask him at any point if he would like to work with you going forward? Did you
I
get his
figured I would
commitment?
get to that after
Yeah.
we went through.
You got 20 seconds. Go for
Oh,
it.
okay, so we went through the house, and how did you like the house?
It's okay.
It's okay, it's not everything that you're looking for?
No.
How about if I could show you some other houses? How would that sound?
Okay. Are they what I want?
Well, I can look around to find things that you want. We can go from there and see. We can go around and check out those houses. I can take you on the listing appointments, or I can take you on appointments to go see the house.
Okay. Do I have to pay you?
No, I mean it's only the sellers of the houses would be the ones paying me if you decide to buy a house.
Do I have to sign anything?
No, you don't have to sign anything.
Bless you.
Not unless if we come across something that we like.
Okay.
That sound good to you?
Yeah, you can show me around.
All right, so I'll get all your information, and we'll find out what times are available for you, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Okay. What do you guys think, Alejandro?
I think you should ask him like what he needs and what he can actually afford, because he's saying everything is
Wants and
overpriced,
needs.
and that's it sounds like to me like a waste of time,
Mhm.
Take it,
Yeah.
take you around a million houses and not buying anything. So you don't want that.
I mean, well, that's why I did ask him what his needs were, like what
Mhm.
he needs most out of those things that
He said
asked.
everything.
That he, huh?
And he said everything.
And he said everything, yeah,
Right.
which is,
What you could say,
Mentioned.
what you could say to him is like, that's great. You're making my job real easy because there's probably only one of those houses out there. Let's go out and get it.
yeah.
Right. So what else do you guys think, Tom?
That's all right. But use the word appreciate when you don't start that meet and greet with hi, how are you? I don't care how you are. I really don't give a damn. Right? I appreciate you coming by my open house today. Did you come from the sign or the ad? If they came from the sign, they don't know the price. If they came from the ad, they do know the price.
Okay.
So that gives you something to work on. You know that the price is $330. Is that right? Is that within your price range? So you can start it. Get through that price range thing like that.
Okay.
It's a whole chapter in the book on how to do this.
I know, I have the book.
And I heard some of the words out of the book. But I didn't hear I can appreciate.
I know. I did say thank you, but I should have changed it to I appreciate.
Yeah.
I appreciate
And
you
at the
coming
end-
by.
And at the end, when you got an appointment with him,
Mm-hmm.
you could have said, okay, I'll give you a call, your phone number is da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Flip a few numbers in that phone number.
Okay.
If he says, no, then that tells you that you know he's being honest with you.
Yeah.
If he said, yeah, that's right, then when he goes out the door, you say, this guy lies.
He's not serious.
This guy lies.
That or you don't pay attention. All right. Anyone else have any suggestions for Patty? Patty, I
You
picked.
said something,
You go ahead. Go ahead, Jen. Go ahead. I
you
don't know.
said something at the end that I didn't quite catch. You said something that the seller will pay for. What was it?
He
The
asked,
commission.
does he have to pay me anything
To
to
have to sign.
have to
Pay or
take
sign?
him around? And I said, no, that the sellers of the house are the ones that pay the agents. And then he said, do I have to sign anything? And I said, no, not unless if we find something that you like.
I'll get paid by the seller when the house closes.
Yeah.
Okay. Patty, one thing I picked up on, and you're good. You're getting really good at your dialogue. One thing I picked up on is that you're uncomfortable with silence. Because twice you asked him a question, and before he got a chance to answer, you asked another question on top of
Yeah,
it.
you did.
Yeah,
Yes.
twice.
Asked two. One time I think she asked 3 questions in a row.
I know, it's because I feel like I didn't ask it properly, so I try to fix it before they can answer.
Just let
One
him.
of the real-
Just let him talk.
One of the real good ways to do the questioning thing, take something they said and just turn it around. You said you've already been pre-qualified, is that correct?
Mhm.
Okay. And he said, I'm been pre-qualified, okay. You've already been pre-qualified, is that correct? Is that
Yes.
right? Yeah, okay, great. So now I can skip this, get you qualified stuff,
Mhm.
all right? Another thing, one thing you did try to do in there is to see how serious he was real early. And what'd you ask him?
How long he's been looking.
Yeah, how long has he been looking?
Mhm.
Then you can follow it up with, have you seen any houses you like?
Mhm.
Have you tried to buy anything?
Mhm.
And that way you find out if he's serious or not.
Yeah, just work on your clothes a little bit, because at
Yeah.
open houses, you're gonna have to literally ask him, do you have a relationship with another agent? He's gonna say yes or no. What happens if he says yes? What do you say then?
Where is he?
Yeah. Where is?
No.
Are you 100% satisfied with his service, or his or her service? Yes. Okay, great.
Are you happy with the services he's providing you? If he says, yeah, very happy, it's my cousin or something, well then.
That's fine. If there's any doubt in there whatsoever, then you know there's room for you to offer your services.
Okay.
So you have to ask the uncomfortable questions. That's what a lot of agents don't do, is they hold open houses, and they don't ask the uncomfortable questions. They think that the client's going to come up to them and say, "You're wearing a really nice sweater. I would love to work with you because you look like a good realtor." They're never going to ask you. You have to ask first.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job, guys. All right.
I would just
Probably
say,
never
Scott.
all say we want to buy the house.
This is a listening thing,
Mhm.
and the first thing you asked me was like how I was doing. I said not so well.
Yeah. You didn't. You
Yeah.
didn't.
Tom said don't ask people how you doing. Who
I don't
cares?
care.
But if you do, because you're in person,
Yeah.
and I
Ask them
say
what's
not
up.
so well, you completely cut me off. I would just
Yeah,
walked
yeah,
away.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
True.
Okay. Who's next, Charlie?
Someone wrote, I won't pay a 6% commission, but I don't know
Oh, was that you, Jen?
who. Wait, what happened?
6%.
Yeah.
Was that you?
No, I wrote, expired.
Tiffany, was that you? No?
That was me.
Oh, that was you? Tom?
I ain't paying you commission.
Go,
Get it.
go up there and get.
You wanna?
You want me to do
Oh,
it?
you want me to do it?
Sure, show us a
Okay.
master.
I'm the who?
The master's coming out of retirement.
Yeah, the master's old and slow. All right, I'm the agent.
You're the agent, so just
Okay.
clip that on your lapel or hold it in your hand.
Oh my God, that's so bad.
You ready? You ready? You ready, Patty?
I'm ready.
You're the seller, Patty.
You're the seller. Tell me about that commission.
I really don't feel comfortable with paying you a 6% commission.
What you're saying is you don't want to pay a 6% commission, is that right?
That's correct.
I'll bet you'd like to get the most money you can for your house, wouldn't you?
I would, which is why I don't want to pay 6% commission.
If I can show you through our marketing plan that we can get you more money for your house, including the commission, would you be interested in talking about that?
Sure.
Okay, let's talk about how we market houses. A marketing plan is designed to get people into the house. We're going to get buyers into the house, okay? There's a lot of ways we do that. We can do it through the multiple listing service. You're going to put your house through the multiple listing service with somebody? Oh, sure you are. If you're going to list with somebody, sure you are. Sure you are. You know what the first thing an agent does when they see 5% or 4% commission?
No.
they say, if I sell this one, I'm not gonna get paid as much as if I sell somebody else's. So you're competing against houses that are willing to pay you more. You wouldn't want to go to your job and have them paying you less, would you?
No.
Okay, good. Let's talk about 6% commission and getting the most money possible for your house. How's that sound to you?
I'd still like to only pay 5.
You'd like to pay 5, okay. Well, let me show you our marketing plan, and then we'll decide whether you want to pay 6 or 5, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and then we go through the marketing plan, the whole thing. Okay, and I'm not gonna bring it up again. I'll show you how we sell your house. You wanna get it sold, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's put it on for 6 months, 6%. Is that okay with you?
Sure.
Great.
Okay, you got her.
Got her.
Yeah. All right, we're missing Jen, right? Jen?
Yeah.
Oh, who's next? Oh, Tiffany and Jen, we still have.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say it's.
Uh-huh. Who do you have next, Charlie?
Jen.
Jen? Okay. Jen, come up. It's you and Tom.
Oh,
Tom, you're going to be the homeowner.
Come on, baby. We'll have a little fun with it.
Oh,
Tom.
Yeah, I've trained this one. We're gonna find out.
Oh, yeah. She's a star pupil.
Be easy on me.
What are you? You're the agent, right?
I'm the agent and I'm calling expireds.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Ring, ring.
Hello?
Oh, yes, hi, good morning. Is this the owner of 123 Main Street?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes, hi, good morning, sir. My name is Jennifer and I'm calling from Culture State. And the purpose of my phone call is that I'm calling expired listings. I see your house was once listed to be sold. Are you still interested in selling?
All right, but if you talk any faster than that, I can't understand. So, yeah, I've thought about it. I might.
Okay, perfect. So, can I ask you a couple of questions?
Sure.
As to
Sure.
why do you think the house didn't sell when you had the house listed the first
I have
time?
a sorry agent and a sorry company.
I'm very sorry to hear that, sir, and I can appreciate how you feel.
Why did you have a sorry agent?
What exactly did the agent do that wasn't to your liking?
What did the agent not do?
Okay, what did the agent not do for you, sir?
He never advertised.
He never advertised. Okay,
Never
well.
saw an ad.
Well, that's a shame because I know if you list with me, I could get your house out to 94 different websites, and your home will be on the market being
94
showed
94 different.
94 different websites.
right?
Yes, sir. So
That's
your house
impressive.
will be marketed 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Absolutely. Would it be possible if I can come?
Probe a little more.
Okay.
What else did he not do?
What exactly did the agent not do? I understand it was the marketing, but was there any other things that?
Yeah, I see all these open house signs all the time, and he never had an open house.
He never did an open house. Wow, that's a shame because that is our number one marketing tool to get sellers. To get buyers into the home. So for him not to do an open house, that's tisk tisk on him. But I can assure you this: I will host many open houses to make sure that your house is sold.
You do them on Sundays? Is
Yes,
that
sir.
what you do?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Would this Saturday work for you for an
All
open
right,
house?
You want to stop there?
Yeah, time's up, so you guys can go ahead and give some feedback to Jen.
Okay. Feedback for Jen. The only thing I saw wrong with Jen, Jen's read the book, and she's been with me about 10 times, but the only thing wrong with Jen,
I talk too fast.
God, I couldn't separate one word from the next part of the time. Okay. You can, hey, maybe I'm a slow listener and you're talking too fast, or maybe it's not that I don't think I'm a slow listener.
No, I know. I need to slow it
I
down.
need to just go, hey, as he's told you many times, you want to do this? Go here and walk around the parking lot and do it. Don't sit back there and do it. Walk around, but you got to slow down.
Yeah.
But you got the techniques down right.
Mhm.
I know you did.
All right.
Anyone
That
else?
wasn't too bad. I thought I was going to be fast.
No, I wouldn't do that to you.
The only thing I can tell Jen is practice. That's all I can tell you because you
I
know the
know.
stuff. You know the stuff. Practice as much as you can. Practice with your daughter. Practice with anyone you see here. Practice.
with your mirror.
Doesn't matter. It's just practice because
Practice with a mirror.
yeah, I want because you have all the info. You know what to say. You got to say it with conviction. It only comes with practice and just repetition.
Yeah.
Good job, though. Tiffany's next. So Tiffany's not actually a real estate agent. She's in real estate. And
Yeah, I
she
remember
wants to-
last week when
yeah,
she
she wants
came.
to learn more about the business, so she's gonna come up here and give it a shot.
Well, I didn't write anything. I wasn't sure.
That's okay. That's all right. You want to give it a try? Let's give it a try. So you can take it from any kind of approach you want. Let's say a prospecting approach would be very easy for you to do. Try to land an appointment with her, and she's giving you a little bit of a hard time. Just try to see if you can schedule an appointment with her in one way or another.
Is it expired for sale by owner? Just so I know how to be.
But I'm the agent. I'm the agent.
Yeah, you'll be the agent. Let's just say it's a distressed.
I need how to be in character.
Yeah. Let's say it's a distressed homeowner. Okay.
Okay.
It could be a foreclosure,
distressed
pre-foreclosure.
Okay, so I'm underwater. Gotcha.
Yes.
Let's go.
And I'm just coming to her house.
If you want to do a phone
I
call,
don't
it's whatever you feel comfortable.
Yeah, you're on the phone. Go with that.
Okay.
Make it easy on you.
Okay, and I
Ring,
guess
ring,
I'm
ring,
saying from
hello?
Culture Estate. Okay. All right. A ring ring.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Tiffany. I'm from Culture Estate. I was calling to see if you were interested in selling your house.
I'm sorry. How did you get my phone number? No, they say this.
They
I
ask
don't,
for
I
it.
don't, I don't know. I got your phone number.
Good question.
I got your number from the expired listings, or how?
Okay, I got your number from expired listings from the county.
Okay. So, yes, my house was once listed, and it just didn't go exactly the way I wanted it to. What can you do for me that everyone else is that everyone is telling me that they can do? What can you do for me?
What exactly didn't they do for you, the previous agents that you had?
They didn't sell my home. It's still it needs to be sold.
Did they put it on different MLSs, or did they have different? Did they have open houses?
I know they had one open house. They didn't do it the right way. I feel like they just wasted my time. Are you gonna waste more of my time?
And did you get any offers from the open house? Any offers at all?
No, we didn't. I had a listing with them for 6 months, and I think they did one open house. Nothing came out of it. What are you gonna do different from that last person? How are you going to sell my house? Do you have a buyer?
No, I don't have a buyer, but I work with different buyers, and so does my team. So we can definitely bring buyers in and see if they're interested.
All right. Well, listen. I mean, I want to get at least about $350 for the home. I know in the area, I think houses sold for like $400, so I don't think I'm asking for anything crazy. Do you got a buyer that would want?
I'm not sure, but is it possible I can set up a time with you so I can see your house and see how much your property is worth, and then we can see if we can get some buyers in to look at the property?
Buyers will tell you how much.
Well, the market speaks for itself.
Okay.
So if we list it for a certain price that you want, we can see what we can work with as far as how much we can get for your house.
So you're saying the reason why my house didn't sell is because it's listed wrong for pricing?
Not necessarily wrong, just and the market fluctuates, so maybe at that time it wasn't at the price point where it needed to be, but we can work something out and see what we can do to try to get your house sold as quickly as possible.
Okay.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna give you a chance because you know what? You sound very nice, and I just want to get this house sold. I want to get out of Jersey. I'm sick and tired of cold. It's the worst.
I understand. The weather can be pretty brutal.
It really is. I got a neck and back hurt. That's ridiculous. I got 30 in a 7-year-old body. I need to get out of Jersey.
And where are you trying to go to?
I want to go to where it's nice. California seems really good right now.
Yeah, beautiful weather all the time.
You gonna get me to Cali?
Can I get you
You
there?
gonna get me to Cali? Yeah.
I will do my
Sell this
best.
house.
I will do my best. I
All right,
promise.
Good,
perfect.
good,
All right,
good,
so
good.
come over tomorrow.
Awesome.
All right,
What'd you guys think?
Fantastic. I think they got it right.
Yeah, I think for someone who doesn't know the dialogue, Tiffany did an exceptional job with her tonality. I think her using the information Jen was giving her was a very good touch. I think she can definitely crush it once she gets the right training, but it's all about the comfort level. Yeah, no, you did really good.
Thanks.
Yeah,
And I was
you did great.
throwing stuff out there that like I've just that I've experienced myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so you did good.
You did really good.
Well, I was listening to what everyone was saying during their roles too, so I was just kind of going off
No,
of that.
you did great. You did great.
That's
I
a lot.
think she needs the book.
Yeah, she does need the book.
Yeah.
You know that?
Do you guys have anything that you want to hear as far as a role play I could do with John? You guys have anything throw some wild cards out there for you guys that want to learn a certain type of script or a certain type of situation.
We're getting almost to the point in time of the year when you're thinking about selling your house. Yeah, we might do it in the spring.
Might do it in the spring. John, you want to try that with me?
So John, he's gonna sell his house in the spring.
Yeah, John's really good, so I want you guys to hear from someone who has no problem getting their point across. Hold on to that. So we'll take turns. Yeah?
I actually wanted him, because he's really good. I've heard him talk to surrogates.
He's not that good. He's all right. He's all right. Don't soup him up.
want to hear that.
Surrogates? Okay. Surrogates, for those of you who don't know what it is someone who has taken over a property because someone has passed away in their family or in their circle. So they're the executor or executrix. Is that correct?
There's not really a real objection with surrogates, though.
No?
Yeah.
It's
Oh, then they could.
they're either going to sell it or not, and you
I'm
just
gonna-
have to.
I'm gonna hit you. I can hit you with a few surrogate things that they probably said to you before.
Wait till the spring, they're not objecting to anything.
All right.
But everyone knows what a surrogate is, right?
You guys know now, right? Executor of a property, someone's taking over. Just hold it in your hand. You go. Unless you're planning on throwing something. All right. So I'll be the homeowner. You could be the surrogate. You could be the agent calling on a surrogate. Hello.
Ring a ring. Is this Mr. Leva?
Yes, it is. Who am I
Mr.
asking?
Leva,
Who's speaking?
this is John Brown calling about your house, 1833 Front Street.
Okay. Well, that's not really my house. That was my mother's house. And let me ask you: are you a real estate agent?
I am.
Yeah, I've had a lot of real estate agents reaching out to me, and it seems very, very insensitive that my mother just passed away, and I'm being treated as a commodity. I really don't like that.
Do you feel like you're just being sold to, or is that the issue?
I'm being felt like, there's no reason for you guys to have reached out to me other than the house, my mother passing away. And it's a really tough time for the family.
Mhm.
So I feel like you guys prey on people like myself, and it's not a good feeling.
I can certainly understand that. I mean, I've been in similar situations where, believe it or not, 85% of the agents are just that.
Mhm.
They're being told what to say, they're being told what to do. They have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Me, I'm actually the probate specialist here at Culture Estate.
Mhm.
And what I tend to do, instead of actually just calling you, hounding you, trying to get you to do what I want you to do,
Mhm.
I'm here to actually help facilitate some of that paperwork you're dealing with right now. I'm pretty sure you're dealing with more than just the house, right?
Yeah, I've never had to deal with this before. It's overwhelming.
Absolutely. And fortunately for you, I've been doing it several times. This is not my first go round. No one's not telling me who to call, what to call.
Yeah.
I'm calling you because I actually went to the court myself.
Mhm.
I deal with the judges myself.
Mhm.
So I can actually help you out with some of that paperwork. I mean, are you okay with all of it right now?
I mean, who's ever okay with paperwork? I'm not really okay with it, but we really don't know if we want to keep the home because it's sentimental value. You know,
Mhm.
we do grew up in the house. It was
Mhm.
my childhood home, so we may not even be selling the home. We don't know that
Fantastic.
yet.
I mean, you still have tax advantages whether you sell it or not. Did you know about them?
No, I thought we get taxes in the state. How does that work?
Well, you have an estate tax. You have, depending on what you do with the house's income taxes, it's a whole book of stuff. You know, the IRS changes all the time.
Really?
Why not come by and explain it to you?
Okay. Well, sure. That makes sense. Well, what about if we can meet at the property maybe one of these days? Does that sound okay?
We can meet at the property. We can meet where you live now.
Mhm.
Whatever's more convenient. We can even
Okay.
meet for lunch if you like.
All right. Cool. All right. He did great because he added value instead of trying to sell me. He was.
And
adding
I didn't
value.
have coffee yet.
Yeah. Tom?
He did great because he figured out real quick what you wanted,
Mm-hmm.
or what you didn't know.
Yeah.
You don't know anything.
Yeah. I
We started
mean,
talking about paperwork and how I can help you because I know and you don't know.
yeah, it's a good approach.
Yeah.
Because how many people have their family passing away all the time and they're always the executor? It's not something you commonly do. But if you know more about the situation than they do, you could be an ally
Mhm.
instead of being kind of like a pain in their side.
So the main thing to remember is this is just a conversation, and it's exactly that. I'm the expert. I'm here to help you do what you want.
Okay.
None of us can sell a house unless somebody wants to sell it. So what's the problem?
Service and the benefit.
What's the problem? Like what? So the main issue was I'm getting all these phone calls from people who want to sell my house. Well, I don't want to sell your house. I want to help you with paperwork.
Sure.
I'm not calling to
Services.
cookie cutter whatever everyone else is doing. What's the problem? I'm here to help you with your problem.
Absolutely.
Bam. That's
How about
every
if
single
my grandma
dialogue.
just died and I don't want to do it right now?
Mhm.
Well, you're not going to do it right now, so you close for a call back, for a follow-up all the time.
Yeah.
No,
Sure.
I just tell them, well, your aunt was a dick anyway.
Grandma died yesterday, I ain't talking to you.
Okay, because death is not an easy subject You've gotten people on the phone that cried on the phone, right?
Yep.
How do you handle that part? That's my thing, because I don't handle crying.
So the objection there is it's still emotional. It's, you still have to handle it as an emotion. So the problem there is I'm still dealing with the emotional part of it, right? So in that point, you just sit there and you whimper with them. Yeah, I understand. Luckily, I read the Bible, so there's a few Bible verses to deal with death and grieving and things like that. So, you know, you just, how would you deal with someone you actually know crying on the phone? You're just gonna be like, why are you crying to me? Why? I'm not that guy. But you just have to deal with it, and you just have to let them get the emotion out. Honestly, that's like a locked in listing, because if they're crying on the phone and you can be that emotional support, who else are they gonna call after that?
Yeah.
I mean, literally, if someone cries on the phone, they'll call you back and like, I'm so sorry I cried on the phone. When can we get this done? Like,
Yeah, there's no
you just have
dialogue
to let them deal with the emotion, get it out. Oh, so, you know, did you know her well before she left? You know, were you there? You know, I just lost my grandmother. She didn't remember who I was when she passed. And, you know, you go back and forth and share all that emotional crap. You feel a little bit better, they feel better, and they sign every single time.
Yeah. Just humanize yourself, and there's really not a script for it, because if someone's crying, you listen, right?
I mean, what else can you do?
Yeah, you
That's
just listen.
it.
That's when you really turn on the...
I mean, you can't really pat them on the back, but
Yeah.
that's essentially what you're doing. Oh, okay, I get it. You know, it's that soon. Keep in mind, some of these probates are like a week after the death. So like if I went to the actual probate and saw the actual death date, one was like the day before. I'm like, how did you get this? How is this in there already? And, you know, so that's just it.
Sure. Good. And I think you guys wanted to hear a time. You said the one would be a good one would be the spring, the springtime one.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We won't sell it now. We're gonna wait till spring.
Okay. And we're doing this by phone.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Door knock.
So I'm calling you, and you're saying you want to hold off till spring. Okay.
Mine expired, or why am I selling
No,
anyway?
we're just cold calling the neighborhood.
And-
We found somebody. You said if it.
You do want to sell, but
said
you want to
to
wait
you,
till
have you ever
spring.
thought about selling? You said, yeah, we thought about it.
I'm just farming then.
Okay.
You're just a regular homeowner
Yeah.
who wants to sell.
Cool.
But you've been told and conditioned that it's better to do in the springtime.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I'm door knocking you, so knock knock.
Who is it? Jimmy, get the dogs. Hello.
Hey, how are you? My name is Louis. The purpose of my visit today is I was farming the area to find out if any of our neighbors are thinking about selling their home in the near future.
Farm in the neighborhood is New Jersey.
I'm sorry?
This is the Garden State. It's not that type of garden. What are you talking about, farm in the neighborhood?
Well, it's a term we use in real estate to just saying we're getting to know our neighbors and we're trying to see if we can meet any of your needs.
Mm-hmm.
Have you and your family considered about ever selling the property?
Yeah, we'll sell them, but, you know, we're going to wait till the spring.
Can I ask you why you chose to wait till the spring?
Because it says so on Zillow.
Well, there's a lot of misinformation out there that we get from so-called experts, and I can show you a way where putting your home on the market during the winter is actually advantageous. Is that something you'd like to learn about?
I mean, isn't the spring busier?
The spring is busier, correct.
So why wouldn't I want to sell in the spring?
Well, let me ask you a metaphorical question. Would you want to get into a crowded space to be noticed, or would you want to get into an empty room to be noticed?
I mean, it depends. Am I taking him home that night, or am I trying to get married? I mean, that's a complicated question.
Well, I guess hitting a home run is hitting a home run either way you look at it, but your odds of your home being seen are much greater when you're not going in the springtime, because in the springtime, guess what? You're not the only one that's going to be selling. Your neighbor across the street, your neighbor across next to you, the neighbor on the other side of the block is going to be selling, so you're going to be up for a lot more competition. And correct me if I'm wrong, how many people do you need to buy your home? Is it one family, or is it multiple families that you need to buy your home?
Might be two.
Might be two. So the reality is only one buyer is going to close on your house. So we're just looking for one buyer. And would it be safe to say that there's going to be one buyer looking during the winter?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't deal with real
Well,
estate.
statistically, I'm going to be honest with you, your home getting sold in the winter is very good because you're going on there as one of the only new listings. And when you're a real estate agent who's been showing the same homes for the last 30 days and something new pops up, guess what they're showing? They're showing your house. So your home is going to be shown. There are real buyers in the winter, and the reason why is because when people move in the winter, it's out of pure necessity. When people move in the springtime, they move because it's the right thing to do at the right time of year. So the buyers that you get during the winter are much more qualified buyers and a lot more emotionally qualified buyers, because if you're willing to move when it's freezing, snowing, freezing rain, that means that you're really serious about buying a house.
So, I mean, if it's only a few buyers out there, am I going to get top dollar?
Well, you're in control of that, because the beauty of it is that when you put your house up for sale, if you don't get your price, you don't have to say yes.
All right, sounds good. Why don't you come by Tuesday with my wife?
Let's get it. Let's do it. Thank you, John. I won't let you down.
Damn right. Is that
So,
it? We're done?
yeah, we're good. Let me get the mic back.
Oh, deep pockets.
Yeah. Guys, if you learned anything from this, is that there is no one right answer. It's just the way you say it, your conviction, and your beliefs, and your listening skills have to be finely tuned to hear what the other person is saying. You really have to understand that the other person has needs. You have needs, but you can't have your needs surpass your client's needs. You have to be conscious of what they want and what they say and how they're doing. And you know, that's the kind of things that we're going to be paid for, is to be the person's ally, not just to be an order taker, right? We don't want to be order takers. We want to make sure that we build something with them. So listening is going to help you guys with all of that. You guys did a fantastic job today with the role play. I think you guys did a really great job. You guys are growing, expanding. Yeah, I think you guys are. Yeah, no, you guys are getting better. You guys are getting better, definitely, for sure.
Practice.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next thing I want to discuss with you guys, I think it was, a roundtable discussion. So what I'm going to do is I want to pick one person. We can have, let's see, who can. Do you still have the names, Charlie? Yeah. In the bucket. Pick one person. Every weekend, guys, I subscribe to the Inman. Yeah, I subscribe to Inman, so I get all the Inman news. And there are really great topics that they come out with, articles on things that we should know about. The reason why I subscribe to it is because I'm the broker. So if there's something that's going to affect your business, I'm going to make sure you guys know about it. Okay? There's a lot of great topics out there right now that you guys should know about. So what I want to do is I want to open up the most recent. It's okay. I'll fix it. And I want to get you guys on board with
We have a name.
You do? Okay, who is it? Jennifer. Who's this Jennifer girl?
What day is it?
Hmm? Sorry guys, I'm connecting to the internet. I don't know how I got off. You know what? Let me search on my phone because there's like no internet. This is just a blackout spot or what? Yep, no internet. Does anyone have an internet connection? Besides John, who's hardwired? Yeah, you guys got internet? All right. Just look it up here. Okay, here we go. Who is the person that you picked? Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer. Oh, Jen. Okay, here are the topics that came out this weekend. First one is lead generation game changer. How 60-second Instagram videos have transformed business. That's number one. 9 unreasonable repair requests your buyers should skip. Want a better bio? Here are 7 examples that will inspire you. 35 plus ways to overcome I only want to work with the listing agent. How to attract Gen Z. Avoid these 3 outdated marketing mistakes. Gen Z is the ones that come after millennials.
Okay.
All right.
I guess we could talk about lead generation.
Lead gen?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's Instagram. Okay. So let me read the article to you guys, and then we can have a discussion about it, see how you guys feel about it, okay? Sound about right? Yeah, I'm sorry I can't get my internet up here. Actually, I think it's connected now. So you guys can read along with me, or watch it at least. Come on. Okay. There we go. All right. We don't have a signal? You see it? Is the TV off? Maybe. All right, there we go. Okay, guys, so the article reads like this. What is the best way to look? I'm sorry if I'm in your way. What is the best way to look for new generation strategies? Discovering what others are doing that's working well. In this recurring column on Inman, agents and brokers share what they are doing to change up their lead generation strategies. Okay, so let's see if we can figure out what they're doing here. So while everyone knows that social media is a valuable business tool, not many real estate professionals are maximizing their platform to its ultimate potential. I began playing around with Instagram a few years ago, and it has made a significant positive impact on my business and professional portfolio ever since. It has become a particularly useful resource in terms of generating new business leads. I started a vlog called #MoneyMondays with Melissa, a mini-series of 60-second or less videos where I address everyday questions and issues on real estate industry. I post the videos each week on IGTV and share my Instagram page. To maximize visibility, I share them to my YouTube channel as well. In the series, I answer frequently asked questions that buyers pose during the buying process. For example, some of the more common questions include, how much do I need as a down payment? What is the norm for closing costs? What does CO mean? My best piece of advice when posting videos to social media is to keep things short and sweet. We all know that people's attention spans are short these days, particularly when it comes to an online content. With my videos, I aim to keep everything under 2 minutes to keep my audience's attention and to maintain consistency week by week. Posting videos regularly has really helped me generate new followers. These new followers will typically watch my videos and post for a few days or weeks before eventually reaching out via direct message or phone. It is a really powerful testament to the effect of Instagram can have on how one digital platform can lead to so many other methods of communication and interpersonal connection. I even generated listings from Instagram. When these buyers contact me, they are typically looking for one sole agent to represent them. I've found it to be very important that I make the time to explain the process to them, establishing what they should expect from me as well as what I expect from them. Then because we've created an online relationship first, it becomes easier for me to keep tabs on what's happening in their lives. And I can more readily reach out and say congratulations or send a small gift, depending on what is going on in their world. Below are 2 examples of how my use of Instagram has helped drive my business. Number 1, one of my relatives who has a friend who came across my Instagram page, they watched some of my videos, then reached out to my relative to ask permission before contacting me. Once we connected, I eventually sold them a house on Long Island. After the closing, they posted, "This is our first home" photo on Instagram, tagged me in the post, and thanking me for the help in the process. Number 2, I have another client who found me on Instagram and followed my videos for a while. This led me to selling her a home out in Long Island. She also mentioned me in her first-time home buyer post, which led to several other people contacting me about buying a house. I have closed an additional 4 transactions because of that one person's post. I think it's incredibly important for agents to be where their clients are. Instagram provides an easy way to accomplish this because, as shown by celebrities, bloggers, influencers, people generally feel comfortable following people they don't necessarily know. Okay, the article goes on for a little bit longer, but I think we got the general idea about what is going on here. So Jen, since this is your topic, you picked it, we'll start with you and how you feel about prospecting through, not prospecting, but marketing yourself through Instagram, through videos.
I think it's a great platform.
Okay.
I mean, right now everything is social media within today's generation, whether it's through Facebook, through Instagram, Twitter, whatever it may be. This is the era in a sense, and when you are connected with the people that are in your sphere, they not only get to see what knowledge you have, but also what you can bring to the table for them and helping them through that transaction.
Okay.
I know with myself, I've gotten a lot of people say, you know, I love your energy, you know, and you sound very genuine, and when I'm doing the videos, I'm not actually thinking about it while I'm doing it,
Sure.
but then when I hear the feedback, it's like, okay, I'm getting my point across, you know, and it's resonating.
Yeah. Who has something to add to that? Guys, we have to, it's a discussion, so that it requires more than one person.
I think social media is good because, like the post was saying, you could have some type of business and then you could put it up there. People post for you as testimonials, so it's real good for you to get recognized by other people as far as what you can and can't do.
Yeah.
It's one more way to get your face in front of people.
Absolutely. Alejandro?
Yeah, I feel like the social media, you have to be every day. You have to be on front of. It's like a drip campaign.
Yeah.
So every day, and I get people who like call me on social media, ask me or something. So I get leads.
Sure.
Out of it, but you have to be consistent every day.
It really does.
Which is the hard part.
It really is. You were going to say something,
That's what I was going to say, is that it has
Consistency.
to really be consistent, because,
Yeah.
for instance, with me, with like hair and stuff like that, I know most hair accounts, like, if they're not posting every day, then they end up, people are not paying attention to what they're posting.
Yeah.
So I would assume it's the same thing with real estate. In order to keep up with, you know, getting new followers and getting people to pay attention to your content, it has to be there every day. You kind of have to like almost flood them with content.
But you want the content also to be organic. You just can't force the content on people.
Sure.
That's one thing that I learned at the seminar that I went in Florida.
Yep.
To get the lead generations more organically than just, okay, I'm gonna do a Facebook ad, and, you know, whatever I get from it, you know, I'll call and I hound these people, in a sense. So you just have to know how to nurture the lead when it's coming in, know where they're at in a sense, in that exact moment, and then go from there.
Correct.
I'll take the opposite, and everyone's being all nice about it.
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword too, because it's social networking. It's not a marketing platform. People are on there for their reasons, and you have to give them what they want. But if you give them what you think they want and they don't want it, then it's going to make you look worse. So even though it is a great platform if you use it correctly, like the first line said, A lot of people aren't using it to its maximum potential. It could also hurt you. It could also, like, I work primarily with distressed investors, and so somebody who's trying to sell, a home that's done up is not going to call me. So I'm alienating them, but I'm targeting my audience.
Yeah.
So you have to use it correctly.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be different. Everyone's going to have their niche. Not everyone's going to be everything under the sun. I haven't met someone like that yet. Yes, Patty?
It's actually best to target one area than to try and target, because like you said, there's going to be people who are looking for a certain thing are going to go to that following. They're not going to look at somebody that, they want distressed properties and they're an investor. The next day they're not going to want to see a post about, a brand new home that was just finished. They want to look at content that's exactly what they're looking for.
And you guys have to remember one thing too, that Instagram is a place where you network with your people, right? So if you're going to all of a sudden become a everyday post about real estate person, make sure that you open up a business page. Don't do it on your personal page, because then a lot of people who are not in the market to buy, some people who are not in the market to do anything real estate related, and you're posting a video about real estate every day, they kind of might get annoyed about that. But if they know they're subscribing to your business page, they're signing up for it. They're gonna see that. So be careful when you take your personal page where you have all your mommy or daddy pictures, your holiday pictures, all these pictures, and then all of a sudden it changes to a business page and you have all this background. That's not a good move. I think you should have separation between the two, and just know that people know that you're going to see you promoting what you do. And it's good to invite the people from your page, from your regular personal page, to there to support you, because if they do go there and support you, at least you know that those are the people you can count on. Some people won't, because they're like, oh, last thing I need is another real estate feed on my timeline. Some people won't. That's fine. But at least you're marketing to the people who want to be marketed to. A few years ago, Mike Ferry, Tom Ferry's father, he caught a lot of heat because he got into an argument with people saying that social media is not a good way to market yourself. It's not a good, because he's so big on prospecting. Like, his thing has always been prospecting. That when social media started to play a part, this is like going back, like, I would say maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. I used to meet agents who said to me that they used to get their clients from social media. I'm like, how? I'm like, how do you do that? And around that same time, Mike Ferry was saying that it'll never be a thing, that you can't keep, that shouldn't be part of your business strategy. It's not it's not a thing you should be able to market yourself through. But fast forward to today, it is. A lot of real estate agents built their whole career on Instagram and Facebook, so it does play a part. And now knowing that these people are getting results, knowing that we have people under our roof who get results, why aren't we spending at least an hour, right? Just an hour, to write down all the topics of all the questions we've ever had, our clients have ever had. You can even search online what's trending on conversation blogs. What are people asking real estate agents? Write down at least 25 topics of what you think people want to hear about, and then at least you have half the battle done. Because the reason why a lot of people don't initially make a video, what am I going to talk about? I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to say. But if you at least take the first step in finding out what people want to know about, then number 2, researching the topic. That'll take you 15, 30 minutes tops, because you could read a few articles and educate yourself on it. And then you make the video explaining, okay, well, listen, guys, the topic of this week is, how do you conclude attorney review? What is attorney review? And you explain it, and bang, there goes a video. And you're like, oh, my phone hasn't ring yet. You know what? It takes consistency, like you were saying. It's consistency. So if you're going to post once a week, do it once a week. Don't do it once a week, then once a month, and then back to once a week. Do it once a week. If you're going to do it 3 times every day, make sure you have a time which you dedicate to it. It's on your calendar. It's non-negotiable. It gets done. Because that's the only way it's ever going to work. It's consistency with that stuff. Tom?
If I were going to do it once a week, I think a big part of what people get out of these things is knowledge.
Yes.
Learn about something. So if I was going to post once a week, I would finish this week's session with an opening for the following new week.
Correct.
Now next week we're going to talk about open houses.
Sure.
And follow and start a little bit of down to get them interested in. Oh, I want to learn something about open houses. So.
Yeah.
But introduce the next week's session at the end of this week's session.
100%. So I'm very guilty of this as well, guys, because I tend to rely on my crew now to when I have to film and things like that. But I know there's so much more information that I want to put out there, and I feel ashamed because I took a time, or maybe it took like an hour one day, and I wrote down 2.5 pages of topics that I want to talk about. Yeah, I did.
At least.
I had 2.5 pages of the topics that I want to talk about. I mean, one-liners, like literally like 50 a page. And I haven't gotten around to it because I'm always so busy. You know, like I would tell myself I'm so busy, but I need to start doing that because it's for the good of culture, so for the good of my growth, I got to do it. So you guys have to treat yourselves the same way. Take the initial step, start creating at least the talking points. And if you're scared to talk to a camera, I know a lot of us were, or still, you know, go through that. It just takes time, guys. You know, like you think you're weird looking, you think you talk funny. Everybody goes through the same thing. It's not just you. I went through it. Everybody goes through it. Patty?
You can actually research what times are best to target certain people. Like,
Yeah.
so if you can research what people, like people who are looking for real estate stuff on the Instagram or whatever. You can see what the best time to target them is.
Sure.
To make sure that you're like posting up at those times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm not telling you guys because keep in mind, social media is a double-edged sword. It's an awesome tool for business, but it could also become very addictive. So we don't want to like live by our phones and be like, why did no one like this video? Why did I? What you need to do is make sure that when you do your video, it's like football. You know, the guys that play football professionally, they watch their tapes after the games to see what they could do better. Same thing goes with you guys. Watch your videos and say, look, I said a whole bunch of I didn't really get to my point quick enough on this one. Next time I'm going to get a little bit better and I'll do it better. I guarantee you, your first video will not look anything like your 30th video. And your 30th video won't look anything like your 300th video. And by your 300th video, you're going to have people filming you. That's how good you're going to be doing. Because you're going to have so much business coming in. Tom?
In football, you call that scouting yourself.
Scouting yourself?
Scouting yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll use you personally. I remember the first video you did down here after you set up the little room downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, my God, I know he can talk better than this.
Oh. we're all maturing and growing in our journey, for sure. And I'm not done. I'm still far
Well,
away.
you get better every time.
We do. We do.
You get better at this every time.
We're trying.
Yeah.
Can't get any worse. I
used to say and you know.
I remember our 9 o'clock meetings used to start at 10 o'clock, and that's if we were lucky.
That's true.
That's if we were lucky.
We have improved.
Too much technical
Culture of
difficulties.
state time has actually become on time.
It's almost become on time. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, guys, I was saying social media could be detrimental to us if we take it personally. So let's not take it personally. It's a growth tool for us. Let's not measure our likes. Let's not measure our comments. Because I've found from so much video content that we put out, they may not comment, they may not like it, but they're watching. And I know that because I've gone to so many places where I meet people that I've never seen in my life. And they're like, oh, I love that video you did about this. Or I always see your videos when I go to bed. Or like my friend once told me, I always watch your training when I'm getting ready for work. And I'm like, you know what, this is cool. It's cool that people are paying attention, but it's also even better that when you feel strongly about the content you're putting out, you know it's beneficial to other people, you know it helps other people, it's a good feeling knowing that you're giving that value out. And then you get the value back, guys. Remember, we're in the economy right now where it's not take. You have to give first, and then people see enough value in you that they give you their business. So we have to earn it first. So doing exactly what this young lady is doing is definitely a good strategy for you guys. I want to see more of you guys implementing it. I see you guys on there a lot. I just would like to see more of a consistency and more of a planned attack instead of just like when I remember type of thing. And I guarantee you guys will definitely escalate from there. There's no doubt in my mind you will, but it's important. Any other thoughts on it? Pretty cool. Yeah, I like the topic. That was a good one, Jen. Another topic that I want to talk to you guys, not this week, I'm going to talk to you guys about it another day, is hopefully I'm going to bring this up for you guys next week, and it's about iBuyers. Who knows what an iBuyer is? Okay, an iBuyer is something that you guys are going to be up against very, very soon. In a lot of markets in the country, iBuyers are already stable, and in the Phoenix area, iBuyers are actually bigger than any other real estate company by transactions. So what that means is that there's companies and corporations, and there's almost everybody who's got big name in the industry space, in a real estate industry space right now, is getting their own iBuyer program, which is basically they're masking as investors. So if somebody didn't sell their house, or somebody wants to sell their house, they're going in there. So let's just say like a Keller Williams or a Realogy, now they're getting into it. They'll go in and just make an offer on the property, circumvent the real estate agents, and just buy the home themselves. So this is something that's becoming a trend now, which real estate agents now are having to deal with, because now instead of, I don't want to pay you 6%, that's not the objection people are getting in certain parts of the country. They're getting, I'm going to sell to an iBuyer and save myself the money. What do you say when that comes up for the first time? You guys are going to be like a deer in the headlights. You're going to be like, what's an iBuyer? So I've known about this now for several months, maybe approaching a year now, but in the Inman Connect conference that I went to this year, it was the hottest topic. It was like the thing that everybody was talking about. So next week we'll find out about that. So please make sure you get here, and you'll learn all about iBuyers. All right, let's just close out with our announcements. All right, so who's going to improve their listening skills? Everyone should have learned something from today. Yeah, listening skills, huh? Listening.
Listening, not listening.
I'm glad your son's here too. I was saying that to Mike earlier. It's difficult with the little ones. All right, so Tom's book and training Wednesday night, 6:30, guys. Please don't forget.
We're gonna do that again for a few more weeks at least, until we see if we can find some of these part-timers that want to get in here and learn this. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about the book. I've been selling some of these things out there. I know you can get requests for them. So if I were you and I were in here and I do not have the book, everything that we did today in these role plays is in the book.
Tom has a spectacular deal going on right now. If you buy his book, he'll give you a training.
I'll give you an hour to learn how to use the book.
So you basically
buy the book's $40.
Yeah.
Buy the book, I'll give you an hour to teach you how to use it.
Just Tom's training alone, guys, is worth way more than $20 an hour. So you're getting a lot of value there. So if anyone's interested in attending Tom's dialogue training class this Wednesday at 6:30, we'll send an email out to remind everyone. Next, Alejandro, you're consistent with the role play every Friday morning. Alejandro's doing role play. If you guys can't make it and you want to be a participant in the role play, just Alejandro, I'll set you up with a Zoom meeting if anybody wants to come in virtually and learn. But it's important for you guys to do as much role play as possible, guys. You don't want to be practicing this on the appointment or on the phone, because that's going to cost you money. Do it here when it's free.
Could I say one thing about that?
Sure.
You can do this on your own, and you can actually, with your phone, you can actually film yourself.
Yeah.
And when I was doing this, if I had had this phone to film myself, it's hard to tell how good I would have been.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a really great way to learn. You film yourself, you go back, you look at it and say, God, why did I say this, or why did I say that?
It's an awesome tool.
Yeah, awesome tool.
Yeah, if this was 1970s and someone had a phone and that was the only person with it, everyone would be dying to do what that guy is doing with the phone.
Here.
But now that we have it and it's so readily available, we don't take full advantage of it. So yes, definitely good idea, Tom. Guys, mornings are made for prospecting. I encourage everyone to get in here, make as many calls as possible. We're all part of it. We're all doing it. If you guys want to come in and just lock yourselves in one of the private rooms, we have that. We have open spaces. We have anything and everything you want. It's just I feel that people really do it more consistently when they're in an atmosphere when everyone else is doing it. And then lastly, not sure if you guys remember or you guys participated last year, but the Portuguese Lions Clubs and Elizabeth, they did a food drive last year, and we delivered food to a lot of needy families. So they sent me an email last week asking if we'd be willing to donate our time again in helping that distribution of the food. I will give you guys I will send an email out, but I just wanted to let you guys know if there's anyone interested in helping. It was on a Saturday. We started early. I think it was like 8 or 9 o'clock, probably like 9 o'clock when we started, but we were done by noon. So it's not going to take all day, but they do need some able-bodied people. So I will send an email out to just want to catch you guys. I didn't want to catch you guys off guard when I do send that, because this is the time of year where you want to start thinking about you should be thinking about every day. You want to start thinking about how lucky you are, and think about all the great things you have in your life. Because some people don't even have enough food for the holidays, and we're blessed to always have just enough. So if you guys want to donate some time or even donate some non-perishables, you guys can do that to the Portuguese Lions Club in Elizabeth. So I'll send out the email to everyone this week. Anyone have anything to add at all for our training today? Anything? Any topics you guys would want to hear about next time besides the iBuyers? You guys need to know about the iBuyers. That's something that you guys are going to be at an advantage about knowing early on, because by the time everyone catches up on it, you guys will really be experts. All right. If you guys think of any topics, please let me know. Shout them out. All right. Cool. All right. So let's close out, guys. We're done a little early today, 10 minutes early, which is good. Give you guys a head start on the week. Close out with our prayer, and we'll get out of here. Dear Lord, we thank you for having us present again as a group. We thank you for always watching over us, and we thank you for today's lesson. You teach us to be good listeners because we can never know everything, and by listening, I know that we will all become more knowledgeable. We thank you for today's lesson, and we always ask you to keep us in your line of sight throughout the entire day, throughout the entire week until we all meet again. We ask you to look over all our agents who weren't here today, and we do definitely ask you to listen to their prayers and listen to their needs if they're in any place of necessity. We also ask you to look over their families and our families, as we always need you by our side. So we ask you just to keep us and always next to your side, and until we meet again next week, next Monday, just keep blessing us with your presence always. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you, guys.